Okay, I'm back. I think that like people who trade in all of their games for a new system. First of all, I think that most people that do that, they haven't really even experienced half of the games on that system. That's what I think. You know, and I think what they're looking for is a new experience. Now the question is, and I don't know this, I can't read people's minds, but the question is like, do they want like a new experience, or do they want a next gen experience? I think most people just want a next gen experience because if you wanted a new experience, I mean, if you really took the time, and that's why I said I'm the bad person. I'm not a good person to get gaming advice from because I like so many things. If you took the time to buy at least all the shooters, and I know it's kind of crazy to buy all the shooters for a system or buy all the games of a particular genre for a system, but most of the games for that system aren't that bad. The problem is you have people that only play games with good graphics. Sometimes you have people that only really play multiplayer games. They only really play sports games. They only really play, you know, you know, they only play certain types of games. When they do that, they're skipping over a lot of good freaking games. And the reason I don't own another system is not because I can't afford it. I can afford it, but I haven't even. I mean, like I said, most of the games in there I haven't played. Not because like I'm trying to build up games and say, "Oh, look at me, look at all the games I have." No, it's not that. It's impossible for me to play all these games and have a life, which I don't have much of one as it is. But I mean, it's impossible. I mean, are they looking for a new experience, or are they looking for a next gen experience? Because they trade in all this stuff, and I promise you, most of the people that have a new system, Xbox One, PS4, I guarantee you, they haven't even bought half of the games for this system. They haven't even bought. I want to say they haven't even bought 50 games. 50 games for one system throughout the 12 years or whatever. Because you got some hardcore gamers and you got some casual gamers. I think they haven't even bought half of the games. That's why I'm against that because, like I said, I like shooters. I really like shooters. I have shooters here. I don't have all the shooters, but I'm pretty sure I have most of them. There's still games that I don't even have yet for the 360 that I want to get. There's still shooters and adventure games and RPGs that I haven't even experienced yet that I need to get. That's why I cannot buy another system because so many games get overlooked. And I have shooters here. Deadfall Adventures. I mean, come on. I like shooters. I like adventure games. Here's an adventure game right here. Margin in the Forsaken Kingdom. I like shooters, I like adventure games, and I like RPGs. And I really like those genres. So I buy almost every game. Just about. Not because I don't buy it just to buy it. I buy it because like I'm genuinely interested. Like I don't care about graphics. They're nice. It's good when they're really good. But even if they're not really good, I mean, look at the first Fallout. Not for the first Fallout, but Fallout 3. Fallout 3 didn't have. I'm not a good. I don't know much about graphics, but I'm going to say Fallout 3 didn't have the best graphics. But as far as gameplay, it's one of the biggest games on the 360. And it's single player. Like I mean, like, I can see if it was like an MMO. That's a single player game. I mean, that game is huge. And you don't need good graphics for good gameplay. I mean, there's so much stuff here. There's so much stuff. And I have shooters and RPGs for my PS3. I'm not going to go through all that. That's reason two why I can't buy. Well, now that's another reason why I can't buy another system, and because I wouldn't have time to play all the stuff I have. Here's some more stuff. Here's all my DS games. There's like 60 or 70. There's some right there. There's a whole stack right there. There's a stack on the inside right there. These are all the games that I'm playing right here. All these games. It's like 70 games, I guess. And yeah, like that's why I don't get it. Like, do they want people? The Xbox One? Do they want people to buy 360 games or Xbox One games? I mean, I don't get it because when the new system comes out, they want you to do everything you can to buy that system, even if it means trading in your old system and your games. But then, a year or so, into, you know, their newest console's release, they're pushing the old products. So did they want you to buy the 360 games, or did they want you to buy the Xbox One games? I mean, they don't even know what they want to do. Here's another reason why I can't. I mean, you guys have seen this collection before. Here's another reason why I just can't do it. I can't do it. I can't buy another system. I mean, because, you know, like, the people want, are they looking for a new gameplay experience, or are they looking for a next-gen experience? I mean, there's so many games. I promise you, most people have not played all of these games. And this is just my shooters. I'm sure people have played this game, that game, that game, that game, that. I'm sure people have played them. You know, but I'm almost certain nobody has played all of these games. I mean, that's just insane. I haven't even played them. By the way, this row is a double row. You can see right behind it. The bottom row, going along the bottom, is a double row. You can see right behind it. This row is a double row. You can see right behind it. Same thing with this row. Another double row. Here are my adventure games and my strategy games, whatever. This row right here, double row. You can see right behind it. You can see there, double row. All these rows are double rows, including this row right here. Same thing with this row. I'm trying to build up my PS Vita collection and my PSP collection. Another double row. All of these rows, this row, this row, this row, double rows. I mean, it'll take me forever to play all those games, while also trying to buy, you know, a PS4 and an Xbox One, and buy games for those as well. I mean, why would I want to? You know, that's why I can't. I mean, in my opinion, there's no way the Xbox One or PS4 is going to outmatch or outdo the systems before it. In one area, they will outdo it. That's graphics. That's it. As far as gameplay, it'll never freaking happen. Not in a million years. It'll never happen. I'm sorry, there's too many good games. I mean, like, there's so many games here. You know, they dug this ditch for themselves. Every little publisher, you know, they let make, you know, like a low budget game, or you know, like, you know, big budget games are inevitable. But every little publisher they make, or they let make a game like this, Virtual on Mars, and whatever, they're digging a hole for themselves. You know, as long as people have enough sense to realize, why would I buy, you know, another system when there's still practically a whole, there's, you know, almost, you know, like 3 years or more of games that I haven't even experienced yet on the current console that I already have. I don't get it. I do not get it. And in case you're wondering why I've been doing Let's Plays for a while, I had to stop for a while. I'm going to keep going. Here's my list. My new list right here. I'm only doing shooters from now on, or at least till further notice. I'll do a few adventure games, but I have another video talking about that. And I just decided to just relax for a while, just play some 360 games. You know, catch up on some PS4 games that I've been meaning to catch up on, and that kind of stuff. But you know, this whole thing right here is a joke. And now you can't even see it. Oh well. Yeah, but a lot of my videos that don't involve Let's Plays will either be recorded on an iPad like this right here, or they'll be recorded on my 3DS. And I want to do more of these videos where I talk about just gaming news, and, you know, like I said, like this generation, this current generation, seems very heavily dependent on the previous generations. I mean, call me crazy, but that's how it seems to me. They're bringing back Conquer. All those going to be download only. You know, they even bringing back the .hack series from the PS2 era. And, you know, because I read a lot of Silicon Era, and I visit that website a lot. But anyway, yeah, it's just garbage. Think about the games you're missing before you buy a new system. before you buy a new system, think about it. Like, do I really need a new system? You think about all the games you haven't played yet. They're not the best, but I'm sure that that a lot of them. I mean, because the games that like that you may have overlooked or whatever, they may not be better than what's coming out, but I mean, they got to be somewhat better. I mean, like I said, I don't have a new system, but I watch. I know that the order flopped. If I had a system or a new system, I would have bought it. Like I said, I like low budget stuff. Well, that game actually had a pretty big budget, but I would have bought it. But I know that it flopped. I mean, I'm not blind. I watch IGN, Game Informer, GameSpot, Game Trailers, Silicon Era, Destructoid, wherever else I can go to get my gaming news. And it's actually kind of refreshing to sit back and just relax and not have to worry about buying games anymore. I mean, or at least buying the latest games. I'm still catching up on my PS2 collection and my 6th generation collection, and I'm still catching up. I still also collect games for the handhelds. That's one thing I'm going to continue to do. I'm not going to buy a new 3DS and new 3DS games. I'm not doing that. So when the new 3DS gets to the point where it's where handheld gaming gets to the point, or at least when Nintendo gets to the point where they're only making new 3DS games, then I'll stop buying them. Until then, I'll keep buying them. I'll pick up the scraps or whatever on the 360 and PS3. And by the way, the PS3 is killing. It's killing. It's not really killing with like popular games, but as far as RPGs and JRPGs, oh my gosh, they're doing their thing. They're doing their thing. But I think the reigning champ would probably be the 3DS. The 3DS has had some great freaking games. Great, if you like JRPGs. Great JRPGs. I mean, so much stuff. It's just blowing my mind. Like I just bought I don't even know where it's at. Lord of Magna, Made in Heaven. Very good game. I could put it down. I played it for like 50 hours straight. Got my new game plus. Maybe I'll do a review for it. I'm not good at reviewing games, so you might as well not even watch the video. But I'm going to try my best. Because it takes me a very long time to explain stuff. That's just how I am. I guess I'm slow in a certain part of my brain or whatever. But yeah, like don't fall into the trap. I mean, if you want to buy the new systems, go right ahead. There's nothing wrong with having new stuff. But sometimes you gotta just realize you gotta know it's going to be a good experience. If you just want a new experience, look on Amazon, look at GameStop. I mean, there's got to be some games, that you haven't played yet. But some people they're just blinded. They see, oh, new, I gotta buy. Go right ahead. Go right ahead. It's just it's just going to be the same freaking gimmick. I don't get it. I really don't get it. And yeah, like the PS3 and 360, they're not the best, but there's a lot of games. It was a good run, I'm pretty sure eventually they'll stop making games. There's my avatar, in case you guys are wondering. It looks like that. It's waving at you. And now I'm just sort of ranting. I'm trying to think of something else to say before I end this video. Yeah, if you're going to buy it, or if you're going to buy a new system, wait until it at least builds a respectable library. Like what I'm doing, what I like to do is I like to buy my games first. First thing I'm going to do, because I know the Vita can be sort of a pain. I have my Vita games. I buy my games first sometimes. I even did it with the 360. I buy my games first. I know that the memory cards are going to be, a real pain to get. I mean, so I'm buying the games first. I'll probably buy the memory stick second. no matter how I do it, the Vita console will be the very last thing that I buy. So I want to get like the biggest memory stick I can find on Amazon. I'll get that. Then I'll wait maybe another year or so, probably less than a year. Then I'll get my Vita. Sometimes you got to scope out a system. Like if you're going to buy a 360, Xbox One, PS4, make sure it has a lot of games first. Make sure it has a good library first. Because when I first started collecting for the 360, it was stressful. I was buying games for the 6th generation, PS2, GameCube, Xbox, the 7th generation. It was just a mess. And one thing I noticed was like, if you play games like I do, like I bought Bayonetta. I don't even know how I even remember this right here, but I remember it like it was yesterday. I bought Bayonetta, Darksiders, Mass Effect 2, and The Saboteur in one day. In less than a month, I beat all 4 games. Maybe I'm just a game hawk, maybe I'm just game crazy, whatever. But I was like, wow, if I keep going at this rate, I'm not gonna have any games to play, really. And so I had to step up my collecting a little bit. I had to just find games. I like to just find games that I know I can play, and like games that I know will take me a long time to complete. I'll play it, take my time, enjoy the game. While I'm playing the game, I'll continue to collect more and more games. That's how I did it. That's how I sort of got, my collection to be really big without actually, playing all of my games. But anyway, like I said, I've ranted long enough. There will be another video eventually. I'm going to find something else to rant and rave about. And I'll catch you guys later. I'll start doing Let's Plays again, probably in September or October. It's June now, so I just want to enjoy my current consoles, catch up with some games. But until then, I'll be making other videos. So, yeah, this is Ozzy No Overlip signing out. See you later.